Charles Sumner was born on Irving Street in Boston on January 6, 1811. Charles graduated from Harvard Law School in 1834 and soon became a practicing lawyer. In 1837, he met Henry Wadsworth Longfellow at a dinner with some mutual friends, and the two men quickly became inseparable. Charles and Henry spent almost every Sunday together discussing politics, the anti-slavery movement in America, poetry, and countless other topics, and even Henry's wife soon became a regular fixture of these get-togethers. Charles Sumner was elected to the Senate on April 24, 1851, after 3 months of opposition by conservative Democrats who opposed his anti-slavery beliefs, which contrasted greatly from those of his predecessor, Daniel Webster. On May 19th and 20th of 1856, Charles Sumner gave a speech called The Crime Against Kansas, which denounced the Kansas-Nebraska Act. He argued that this act was an attempt by slave-owning Democrats to spread slavery to newly formed free territories. He also verbally attacked the authors of this act, Stephen Douglas of Illinois and Andrew Butler of South Carolina. Just 2 days later, Representative Preston Brooks, Andrew Butler's first cousin once removed, confronted Sumner in the Senate chamber and beat him unconscious with a thick gutta-percha cane topped with a solid gold head, while Democratic Representative Lawrence Kite brandished a pistol at several Republican senators who rushed to Sumner's aid and snarled, "Let them be." Sumner quickly became a martyr in the North. Thousands attended rallies, and more than 1 million copies of Sumner's Crime Against Kansas speech were distributed. Charles Sumner received a traumatic brain injury as a result of his beating, and suffered with chronic pain, reduced eyesight, and post-traumatic stress disorder for the rest of his life. Charles spent 3 years recovering from his wounds, and Massachusetts did not replace him, leaving his Senate desk empty as a visible reminder of the incident. And even though he was still unable to fulfill his duties, he was re-elected to the Senate in 1857. On May 22, 1858, the second anniversary of the attack, Charles boarded the steamship Vanderbilt for a period of rest in Europe, and before the ship departed, he penned this small note to his good friend Henry Longfellow, with an unsteady hand. On board steamer Vanderbilt, near the Narrows, May 22, 1858. Dear Longfellow, goodbye, Charles Sumner. 1 year later, Charles Sumner returned to his desk in the Senate, where he spent the summer months rallying anti-slavery forces for the 1860 election, and fiercely opposed any talks of compromise with the Democratic Party.